Boy, being cooped up in this house was because of the pandemic. Ugh, it's really not the most. COVID is still happening to this day, even at Christmas. Not the most happy Christmas, am I right, fellas? Is anybody else in the chat box? Let me know in the comments. Anybody else in the chat box? All right. Hi everybody, this is Black Rhino Ranger, and welcome to yet another wonderful live stream by yours truly. You know that Christmas carol, the 12 Days of Christmas. Usually that happens beginning on the 25th of December to January 5th. That's where the whole 12 Days of Christmas thing comes to mind. For this one, however, we're counting down 12 days until Christmas, starting from today. Although technically that'll be tomorrow, but never mind. Anyways, here's a fun fact. Today, 12/12/2020. It's perhaps the final. It's the final double number. It's the last date to have the double number on the same year. That's also a double number. And also, I managed to finish off my Skylanders mini-series of same month, same year. Now, for this occasion, this one is going to be... This time, this type of request is going to be a bit different. And rather than choosing a specific time for me to end this, usually I end my streams within an hour or two, but this time I don't know when I'll end. I'll end it as soon as I've done this list. I won't add in any more additional ones. It's just all I'm gonna do is focus on these. So if you have anything to request, make sure it's based on these. And if you don't have anything to request, just ask me anything in the chat box. And if you like, you can use the super chat and donate as much as you want, and I'll probably do an immediate drawing. So for the first day of Christmas, how's it go again? On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. I forget. What was the first day again? It says something about a bird. It's something about a bird and some kind of a fruit tree. I can't remember. I think I've heard that word before. The name of that bird. I think it was in this show that had this theme song. Hello world, it's a song that we're singing. Come on, get happy. I need you guys. What am I supposed to be drawing again? Is it what type of bird is it? What kind of a pear tree? Well, it's not a bird, but it's definitely part of the song. So who is to be? All right. If that's how you want me to start with. And like I said before, I'm not gonna color on screen. I'm gonna color off screen. There we go, fellas. On now, how's it go again? On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree, or in this case, on Yoshi. Anyways, what's next? What's your opinion on Henry Stickmin? I have no idea. I possibly think this is gonna be a disappointment. And this is next. You haven't seen nothing yet. I'm still got a long way to go. Maybe I get some real juicy type of requests. So what's the next one? On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. I think it was another bird, but it had a name that's kind of like a reptile. A type of reptile that was often used in that comic book series by Mirage Comics. They were teenagers, they were mutants, and they were definitely ninjas, and they were living in the sewers and eating pizza. But then it's not really a reptile. It has the name of the reptile, but it's not a reptile. It's a bird. Koopa. Okay. Looks like this is gonna be a bit of a Mario-esque type of thing. Oh. Wait, which Leonardo are you thinking? Leonardo from, is it 1987, 1984, 2003, 2012, 2018, the live-action movies? Which Leonardo, or which Michelangelo? Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay. I can only do one or two. Oh, Leonardo from 1987. All right. Okay. Now I have drawn Ninja Turtles before. They usually it's the 1987 ones, and they're the ones I'm the most familiar with. I mean, I managed to see all the 1987 episodes. I will admit, fellas, the first Ninja Turtle franchise I was introduced to was this live-action TV series, called Ninja Turtles The Next Mutation. It features a girl turtle named Venus de Milo. Unfortunately, I heard the series didn't do very well, and not even the creators of the Ninja Turtle franchise were pleased with it. I heard they were even a bit vocal about. I heard they were even vocal about Venus de Milo, and they swore to never ever show. They swore to never ever show in any of the any more Ninja Turtle properties. I don't think I did that. But I did remember playing a lot of video games based on the 2003 version of the Ninja Turtles. You know, the one that went, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, ba-da-da-ba-da, wow, turtles can't be harmed. But of course, a lot of you are probably familiar with the Nickelodeon ones, the 3D, either the 3D one or the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a trying to think. Admittedly, it's not easy drawing the Ninja Turtles. I mean, you gotta remember. You gotta remember their bit of detail. This one, because it was in the 80s, a lot of shows have a little bit more detail than before. They wanted to. Oh, sorry, this is a bit embarrassing. Let me fix that. I'm sorry. This is embarrassing. This would go completely against YouTube standards. If it was Mona Lisa, then that's a different story. And for those who don't know, in the 1987 Ninja Turtles, there's a character named Mona Lisa, and she's a lizard lady. I think it was in the episode Raphael meets his match or something. I can't remember. Okay, let me just find some. Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle? Definitely, I think it's Donatello. The one because he's the brains, and I especially like this stick. Let's see. Pizza Time Remaster. I wouldn't mind some pizzas myself, dudes and dudettes. Cowabunga, man! Do you prefer Cowabunga or Booyakasha? What was it? Now I heard that. Now I did remember seeing all of the first of Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I enjoyed it fine. I heard it's not as well beloved as some of the previous incarnations. I mean, some people thought that the Ninja Turtles are a bit too are not the best flashed out characters. Some say that they kind of have the same personalities as each other. It's a similar problem people have with Teen Titans Go. They basically, some say they're basically the same character, just inhabiting different bodies. In the 1987 and even in some of the other incarnations like the 2003 and 2012, you at least know which of the turtles you can at least recognize which turtle is which. Leonardo, he's the leader of the gang. Donatello, he's the brains. Raphael, he's either a hothead or a wisecracker, and Michelangelo is the party dude. In Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they're all party dudes. But perhaps the most, so some say the most thing the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has ever done is watering down Splinter from being this wise mentor type of guy with all the knowledge of the martial arts to being such a lazy, slobbish type of dad. And even forgetting his son's names, like, and I thought purple was the funny one. Sorry, this is taking a while. Okay, oh yeah, I forgot to include some, to make sure that this is definitely Leonardo, I've got to include, so if you can't recognize him by the masks, you can at least recognize him by the weapons he's carrying. You know, the one thing I was always kind of asking to myself, that in most incarnations of the Ninja Turtles, they always have 2 toes and 3 fingers. But in Rise of the Teenage Mutant, in the 2012 Ninja Turtles, they have 3 toes instead, and their toes were more reminiscent to a regular turtle than their mutant selves. Now I'm only going to do a teeny tiny bit of coloring, but it's just to make sure I know what I'm coloring. There we go, fellows. We have Leonardo with a turtle dove. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves. Well, technically only 1 turtle dove. He's on Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles. And a partridge in a pear tree. Well, actually on Yoshi. Who's next? On the 3rd day of Christmas, my true love gave to me three. I think there's also another type of bird, and it's a type of bird that we tend to keep in our farms. We use them to lay eggs. We use them for a lot of things. And I heard these types of birds are from a country that has a lot of croissants and a lot of paintings like the Mona Lisa, and it also has it is also to the place called Notre Dame. Oh, that's Oh, if he was in France, he would definitely love to find as many chickens as he can. No, and when I was a kid, I used to think that Rolf is either Indian or a bit of a foreign French, because of I'm not sure. Maybe it was his because his accent kind of sounded a bit familiar or something. Oh, I'm not sure actually, because his country is quite vague. They never explained what type of country he lives in. I think they wanted it to be as ambiguous as is that how it is? Let me see. Let me just look up that word. It means to be ambiguous. That's it. So we have no idea where he actually comes from. I say Germany or Switzerland. maybe. I mean, another clue to his nationality can be seen in the Ed, Edd and Eddy episode No Speak Da Ed, where Ed has his pen pals all coming all the way from Norway. And Rolf seems to know the person who keeps sending Double D these gifts. Gertha. I mean, he's when he was being reminded, when Ed keeps receiving gifts from his pen pal, they were all wolf based, and Rolf has a flashback to his sheep, and there was a bit of a prank that kind of went wrong. And this haunted Rolf, and he captures Ed, and he's like, the chinless Ed boy is in league with Swan enemy. Rolf will brew your strudel until you cry like a teensy wincy baby. Slow down there, Chief. Strudel gives me gas. How about one large pepperoni with no mushrooms, double pickle? Okay, I won't do the entire Ed, Edd and Eddy skit. I just wanna give off a bit of a sampling just to show what it's like in that episode. When it turns out Rolf didn't just realize that Double D was getting gifts from Gertha, then he realizes, oh, it was all just a prank. It was all just a jest. She's just sending Double D and Ed these gifts because she was just fooling Rolf and stuff. And then Rolf decides to stuff the Eds into the suitcase and ship them to Norway. I and the poor heads are stuck in the case. I think I'm not doing it right. Now let me just... Who's your favorite cartoon voice actor? That one is a tough one because there are so many I absolutely adore. I mean, there's one of the earliest examples is perhaps the most famous, of course, Mel Blanc, the same guy who played Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Sylvester, Tweety, Yosemite Sam, Barney Rubble, and many of the Looney Tunes characters. And also voice of a couple of Hanna-Barbera characters like Barney Rubble, Droopy Dog, and so forth. He's been labeled the man of 1,000 voices. You know what? I'm just gonna randomly slip in a chicken that you might be familiar with. I would make him look like Charlemagne, but I don't really have a lot of time to look him up. I mean, it's hard for me to draw something based on somebody who's real. Oh, I think I know what was missing. There we go, fellas. We have, on the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens. Okay, technically only 1 French hen, and he's being carried by Ed. 2 turtle doves. Technically only 1 turtle dove, carried by Leo the turtles. And a partridge in a pear tree. Technically not on a pear tree, on Yoshi. So who's calling for birds? Who's got the calling birds? Who's dressed up as a calling bird? Frank calling birds. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Let me just prank calling birds. Oh wait, I messed up a bit on let me just draw the bird first, and then I draw who's pranking him. You might find this bird a little familiar. I'm actually kind of a little hesitant to draw. Actually, no, I rather not draw that. I rather draw this. I mean, the more you think about it, it doesn't really make sense for a bird to use a cell phone because a cell phone is designed for fingerprints. I mean, it does not work if it's a feather or something that's covering the something that's covering the in the finger. I mean, that's why we sometimes have these gloves to make sure we don't smear all over our iPads and iPhones whenever we're cleaning it up, and just in case we accidentally do something wrong. And let me just draw who's on the other line. First, I need to stretch this a bit because it's only where I can. Let me just answer some questions. Luckily, I always clean my phone. This is just a little cloud. Can we have There we go, we have, on the 4th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 calling birds. Well, technically, a bird, one bird being somebody prank calling a bird. 3 French hens, technically only 1 French hen being carried by Ed. 2 turtle doves, okay, technically only 1 turtle dove on Leo from the Ninja Turtles, and a partridge in a pear tree, technically on a partridge on Yoshi. So, and on the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 things. I swear I've seen those things before. I think I've seen some of them. I remember this blue hedgehog collects them. I also remember 20 of these rings being made in this place called Middle Earth. 3 of them were given to the elves, immortal and wisest and fairest among all others. 7 to the dwarf lords, spirits of the craftsmen and mountains. and nine given to a race of men who said something about power and greed or something. I've forgotten all of that. And then another one of those things was made in the land of Mordor, in the fiery pits of Mount Doom. The Dark Lord Sauron created a master, whatever those things are. He put his cruelty, his malice, and his will to dominate all life. One of those things to rule them all. And which one is it? Bit tricky with maybe I'll try he kind of looks a bit like a baboon. You just add in a little, just to give off a more authentic effect. Oh, what happened? What happened? What happened? Something happened. This was not supposed to happen. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Sorry, something went wrong. Hope I didn't, Casey and David. Okay, everybody is still here. And it kind of looks a little nasty Norkish. I'm actually surprised they killed him off because in My Little Pony, since it's a show mainly supposed to be about friendship and stuff like that, it sure has quite a bit of deaths in it. I mean King Songbird, there are a few times when he decides to kill off a character. I mean, there's they killed off King Sombra twice. Which villain from MLP do you think is the most threatening of the bunch? That feels like poses as an actual threat to all of Equestria. The ones, it should be the one who's the least jokey. It should be the one who is almost completely mean. Don't think I make them very even. Let me just answer some questions. He's holding the lantern rings. He is? Do you like Thunderbirds? I think I might have. I think I've heard about him. It's just maybe I think my mom may have seen it, but I haven't. I may have heard about it. What are your thoughts of the recent Hell of a Boss episode? I haven't seen any of the Hell of a Boss. That's it. Hell of a Boss episodes after the pilot because I'm a bit busy with a lot of things. I'll see it whenever I get the chance. For now, I'm unable to do so at the moment. If you want my thoughts on the Hell of a Boss pilot, I could definitely see some influence of the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy in it. And of course, knowing that Vimsy Pop is a huge fan of Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, she went out of her way she even went out of her way to get the creator of Billy and Mandy, Maxwell Adams, involved. He did a bit of a voiceover, and in Has-Been Hotel, and she even had in Hell of a Bus they had Richard Horvitz involved. The same guy who played Billy in Billy and Mandy, and he also played Invader Zim, Chaos, Daggett, Grey Matter, Zor, that robot from Power Rangers, and so many others. Usually the characters kind of sound the same as each other, using his very high boyish type of voice, but he's but his voice is quite recognizable. And I don't think he's done a lot of deeper type of voices. I mean, I think the most I remember from him doing a deep voice is being Billy's dad. And even Billy's dad sounds like an older version of Billy. In fact, Richard Horvitz has voiced a lot of Billy's family. He voices Billy, he voices Billy's dad, he even voices Billy's grandpa in the episode Billy Idiot, which is like a parody of Billy Elliot. And his one of his few lines is "Toes!" He has only 2 toes. And they're hooves. Is the Storm King the Krampus? A bit fitting since I'm doing a Christmas live stream. let's not forget little tail thing. It kind of. Okay, I think that should just about do it. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 golden rings. Technically, 1 golden ring in the possession of the Storm King from My Little Pony the movie. Fall calling birds. Well, technically, 1 bird is being prank called by somebody. 3 French hens, technically 1 French hen being carried by Ed. 2 turtle doves, technically 1 turtle dove being carried by Leonardo. And a partridge, technically actually is on Yoshi. And on the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 yet another bird. And lays a lot of eggs, I hear. Alright, I say I hear the giant keeps 1 type of goose, a gigantic goose, one that can the one that can lay eggs full of gold, and lots of gold. Aw, why is she so sad? Do you hate the Magic Roundabout, aka Dugo? What the heck are you talking about? I love the Magic Roundabout, the original 1970s show that is. My mom. Oh, when I was a kid, it was one of my absolute favorites growing up. It was a stop motion show. Oh, I remember watching as a kid, and I adore it. Oh, you're talking about the movie? Okay. The original European, British version of the Magic Roundabout is a decent movie, but the American version, the one called Dougal, such disappointments. Even before the whole Butch Hartman controversy thing, I would have totally been fine with what the Butch Hartman version would have been like. I would have been very curious to know about Butch Hartman's full take on the subject. I heard that when he finished it, they doctored it a lot, and only 3% of the original script made it. Oh dear, I mean, that was just a travesty. I mean, those skeletons just pointing out random things like, "Here's Johnny, someone order ribs." Pirates of the Caribbean. Hey, I thought we said no Disney jokes. Okay, now where was I? On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. 6 geese are laying, technically a griffin laid that egg. 5 golden rings, technically 1 ring in possession of the Storm King. 4 calling birds, technically 1 bird being prank called. 3 French hens, technically 1 French hen being carried by Ed. 2 turtle doves, technically 1 turtle dove being carried by Leonardo. And a partridge in a pear tree, actually a partridge on Yoshi. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me seven, I heard they looked like ducks or geese, but they're a completely different animal. And I heard they were supposed to be. Hey, bro, what's the worst animated show you've ever seen? I don't know, actually. I don't know what's the worst show I've ever seen. Maybe it's Kid Danger. Maybe it's Kid Danger. Maybe it's I don't know. It's there are definitely shows that have very low quality, but so far I don't remember. Hey, there's oh wait, yeah. WC, that's my worst show. Oh, I don't want to reveal the full name of what it is, but you can take a guess what it is in the comment section. But I would not say this in that show is that haunts my nightmares. My second worst would probably be Dora the Explorer. I mean, that show was so tedious. Even as a kid, I fell asleep watching it. Let's see. A lot of people. Oh, yep, that's it. Thank you, Caleb Chen. That's the show. Ugh. But I prefer that you never mention it ever again, please. That thing stalks me in the night. Oh, season. Oh, okay. Oh. Huh. All right. If that's what you want. This is a new. This one's pretty new. Just I actually remember watching this show when I was a kid. Admittedly, I was a little aware of its similarities with the Disney princesses shows, but I don't care. I actually remember enjoying it to this very day. Maybe it's the animal characters like the frog and Puffin and the turtle, or maybe it was Odette as the swan herself. Or maybe it but then again, I kind of remember the second and third sequel. I think I remember the second and third movie a little bit more. I mean, I remember there's this in the second movie there was one which is I believe is the I think it was supposed to be the secret. That's it. The Secret of the Castle. That one has this the villain had an assistant who, I actually remember him more than the actual villain of the Swan Princess. And I also remember in the third one there was another villain. It was a woman. Personally, while I looking back at them, they're not the greatest. It's not the greatest thing I've ever seen. I mean, what else is there? But it was still a bit of a fun watch, looking back on that. Now I'm actually surprised that the sequel that the franchise made a comeback as a 3D animated film franchise, and I'm like, really? Was this ever needed a comeback? Heck, I mean, some things are best left in the past. I mean, you don't see The Secret of Nim having tunnels. I mean, it had one. It wasn't very. It was very bad. But sadly, I was introduced to that instead of the original Secret of Nim. But at least it was just a one-off thing, and for the most part, they left the franchise completely alone. Here's the swan. Here is Odette. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 swans a swimming. Technically, only one swan. The Swan Princess, Odette. 6 geese a laying. Technically, it's a griffin that laid 1 egg. 5 golden rings. Well, actually, 1 ring possessed by the Storm King. 4 calling birds. Actually, only 1 bird being prank called. 3 French hens. French hen being picked up by Ed. 2 turtle doves. Actually, 1 dove being picked up by Leonardo. And a partridge in a pear tree. Actually, it's a partridge standing on Yoshi. Now, on the 8th, to me, 8, ooh. Is that what? Oh, is that what they want? I don't know if Milkmaid. I'm not sure if Milkmaid is a Actually, instead of let me have a look. What was it again? All right. Now, why on earth would she be a milkmaid? I thought she tries to not play into too much up to the princess stereotypes. I mean, there was that song, there was that episode where she tries to break the mold a bit with her coronation. I think was that her coronation song? Or no, maybe not coronation song. I think it was just a princessy song. I mean, and you know the one where this character played by Patrick Stump sings to Star about the who is the maid with the buttercup hair who sings on moonbeams and dances on air. Something like that. Star, she often would say, like, princesses' songs are generally awful. Oh. Trying to. But I guess for this occasion, she actually doesn't mind it because let's just say if she gets these milks on the way, she can make smoothies. And of course, since the magic was in fact destroyed, she can no longer use magic to get her things back. She has to do this all by hand. No magic, just she has to do things the hard way. Let's have a look back at some of the where's the cow? I'll draw the cow in just a minute. I think on Muni the cows might have the ability to fly. So I'll draw the cow in just a minute. I first need to draw see, I need to draw the milkmaid first. Have you ever watched the film or read the novel of War of the Worlds? I vaguely saw a piece of War of the Worlds, but I got bored of it afterwards. It never really interested me. And yes, this is coming from a guy who actually does like aliens. Okay. Well, I didn't say that her outfit is all May. Didn't she? I think she would rather keep her boots on. Oof. That looks a little broken. My leg! My leg! They're like, that's my leg. You remind me of this joke. I think it was from Bon Bon the Clown, where Marco's like, my legs! I can't feel my legs! That's my legs, sister. Ooh, I think I overstretched this one. And I didn't do enough for the bucket. Excuse me, I still need to work. I made them a little too, made her legs a bit too long. I think this will have to do, because I don't have a lot of time left. Okay, we got 8. We got on this. That's taken care of. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 maids of milking. Technically, only one maid milking, and and despite Wait, let me ask you fellas, are smoothies and milkshakes completely different? Let me know in the comments. Are smoothies, milkshakes, it's different or the same? Some people prefer calling them smoothies, some of them call milkshakes. Which one is it really? Alright, on the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. Who's dancing? And fellas, it doesn't have to be strictly for one type of dance. It can be any type of dance. It doesn't have to be the traditional ladylike dance of the old ages. It can be robot dance. It can be disco. It can be I'm not sure about the TWERK, because that may go against YouTube standards, and it's a kind of a frowned upon type of dance. And I'm not sure about the Ooh, all right. If that's how you want it. Now, admittedly, I never tried this before. I think maybe I might have, but let me just oops. Oops, that wasn't supposed to happen. I think this is too big. Let me just include just includes a little Now, normally when it comes to most things that are based on anime, it takes me quite a while to draw them, but there are a few exceptions if they're simple enough. Like she over here is quite simple. Okay, let me just how does it come? Okay, is that how you I'm just looking up some references to belly dancing because admittingly I have seen belly dancing before, but I never really understood I never quite understood it. Is that how you do it? No, I don't think that's right. I don't think that was right. Don't wanna do too. Try my best to. But if I'm not satisfied, I sometimes have to do a little redraw, not too much, just a little bit, because I want to keep my. I just want to make this quick. And one more, the hair. always never forget about the hair. Let me just have it like. There we go. Here we go, fellas. We got the dancing lady. Why did I check that one again? What's cursed? That is absolute cursed. Oh my god, do you have to bring that up? Oh no, please don't bring that up. That was a oh, that's what made me the laughing stock on the Zoo Tycoon fandom. I mean, because of that, I kind of had to hide myself from the Zoo Tycoon fandom for, ugh. Do you really have to bring that up? Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Some people just can't leave my past alone. And can't. Actually, there are some bits in my past that yeah, I will admit, I was probably not the best, not the most well-behaved person in the Zoo Tycoon community. I was a bit rude at the time, and I was quite of a bigot myself. You know, everybody's been criticizing me for saying that these textures are not realistic. You're just reskinning the animals. All right. Okay. I don't want to dwell too much on that. Ooh, why did I do that? That's not checked yet. Never mind. I'll just pretend I've already checked it. So who's leaping? Who's the on the 10th day of Christmas? My true love gave to me 11. What's leaping? What's leaping? What's leaping? Sam I am. That's Sam I am. That's Sam I am. Do not like that Sam I am. Would you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. I'm just drawing. Yeah. Have any of you read the original book? You should. It's pretty enjoyable. I'm sure some of you might be more familiar with it through some of you might be more familiar with it through some of you might be familiar with it through that Netflix TV series where the grumpy guy who was not named in the book gets a name. He's named Guy M.I. And there's Sam I Am and Guy M.I. And Sam I Am shares the exact same voice of Pizza Steve from Uncle Grandpa. Yeah. Now that type of laid back nasally type of voice, yeah, that's him, all right. There's also I think there's also trying to remember his hat. I mean, I think I have to. I think I'm gonna do a mixture for this one. It's gonna be a mixture of both the book version of Sam I Am and the 2019 version of Sam I Am. I'm using both versions. There's the this some say that green eggs and ham was either. Some say that the green eggs and ham are either old is actually old. Is actually old moldy ham and eggs, but others say they're vegan eggs and ham. But in the I think in the Green Eggs and Ham TV series, it's established that the green eggs green eggs and ham are actually from an animal exclusive to the Dr. Seuss verse. I mean, there's the humans are not really humans. They're Who's. Who is in Whoville? Excuse me for a minute. Something's Oh, I forgot something. I think I forgot something. What was it? That's it. I forgot. Oh, and I'm missing something else. Don't worry about his balance on. Don't worry about the balance of how he carries the green eggs and ham. I mean, some books he I don't think he was carrying that plate properly. I think he was holding on to the plate a bit over the edge rather than having it completely balanced. I know I should probably make him a lot furrier than this, since almost every character from Dr. Seuss is furry. There are a few exceptions, like Horton. He's not that hairy. A good rhyme for Sam I Am. It's like saying, "Would you? Could you? While you leap? Would you? Could you? Would you? Could you? While you sleep? No, I would not. I would not. Could not. While I leap." And I would not, could not while I sleep. I would not eat them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I Am. And there you go, fellas. We have Sam I Am having a... Oops, I think I made a boo-boo. Having a leap of faith. While still carrying some green eggs and ham. To show you that it truly is green eggs and ham, I'm just doing a small recolor. And voila, instant green eggs and ham. Oh, there's a small smidge. There you go. That's the... Now, who's the piper? Who's the piper? On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. Is that who you want me to have doing the piper? I used to play um sometimes sometimes a flute is also known as a pipe. There's I mean, sometimes the Peruvian flute is also known as a... Was it a panpipe? I can't remember. Or an instrument, or... Whatever it is, it's quite... Let me just look it up. Sometimes I sometimes get mistaken for some things. Folk pipes, tabor pipes, yeah, so wood. It's let me have a look. Flutes and so apparently eternal pipe is like a flute or some sort. Basically, I always thought of pipe is sort of a similar. So I'm not sure if there is a true answer to what a pipe looks like. Some say a wooden pipe is like a Peruvian flute. Some say it's I don't know. It's just gotta keep sure he's got his swords. I'm not very good with admittedly, as much as I love Deadpool, I sometimes forget his pattern a bit. I'll have to come back for that later. So there you go, here's Deadpool playing, I think they're supposed to be pipes or flute or whatever, a similar instruments. So that's how he's done. And now for the final day of Christmas. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love give to me. Who's on the bongo? Who's doing the percussions? The big boom boom boo boo doom boo boo doo boo 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 boom. Ba ba da ba bum. Ba ba da ba ba da wa. Sorry, I had to. Wait, And fellas, I think this is it. This is the end. And now to trust this off the list. And let's see if I got everything. Now, if any of you would like to join me, let's sing this last bit of carol. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming. Actually, only one drummer. That's Ripperoo. 11 pipers piping. Only one piper. That's Deadpool. 11 lords a leaping. Oh, that's just Sam I Am leaping with some green eggs and ham. 9 ladies dancing. Only one lady dancing. Belly dancing. And that's Shantae. 8 maids a milking. Only one only one woman who's a milkmaid. That's Star Butterfly, and she's thinking of smoothies. 7 swans are swimming. As I see only one swan. That is Odette. 6 geese are laying. I don't see no geese, but I see a bird lion laying an egg. 5 golden rings. Technically only one ring possessed by the king. 4 calling birds. Actually only one bird being prank called by somebody. 3 French hens. Only one French hen being carried by Ed. 2 turtle doves. Only one turtle dove played by Leonardo. And a partridge in a pear tree. Actually, only one partridge, and he's standing on Yoshi. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry for me saying that. I meant 10 Lords of Leaping. I think it's something about the episode of the Loud House 11 Louds of Leaping. That's kind of thing. But then again, sometimes in some incarnations, it's 12 Lords of Leaping and 11 ladies dancing. Sometimes the dancing ladies, leaping lords, piper, and drummers, they get switched. So yeah, fellas, this is the end. Now all I gotta do is just answer some questions, and then it's the end. Have you heard of the PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale? I think is that the game that features Ratchet, Sly, Jack, and it was supposed to be PlayStation's answer to Super Smash Brothers. Do you like Thunderbirds? I think I might have seen it, but I don't think I've seen any of it. For the 12th and final day, you do the Ice King as Santa Claus. Sorry, we don't have another. Sorry, I think I wanna finish it right here. Let's see. Fancy, loose. Weasels, Riptide. Let's see. How about Persephone, Deadpool? Oh, come on. I don't like Deadpool. Well, tough. I mean, some people do like Deadpool. You know, sometimes I see Deadpool as Okay, I have hope there is a sequel. Who's your favorite Crash Bandicoot character? Dial. Have you heard of the actor named John DiMaggio? Oh, you mean that guy who played Jake from Adventure Time, Schnitzel from Chowder, is the current voice of Tiny and Uka Uka. It's also the same guy who played Washbuckler and Wallop in Skylanders. He voices a lot of characters. I ought to tell you that. Alright, fellas. I think. Then why'd you draw him? I like Deadpool. It's just that somebody requested. I was just reading somebody's comment. He says, "Oh, come on, I don't like Deadpool." And I'm like, "What? I mean, like, oh, sorry, somebody requested it. I like Deadpool. I like Deadpool. Maybe he doesn't, but I do. Maybe he's just in the minority. I mean, a lot of people like Deadpool. Have you heard of Sakura Wars? If you didn't, look it up. I have not. I'll look it up. Friday Night Funkin'. No. Yu-Gi-Oh! I have heard of it. Let's see. He's also Bad Breath and Chef Pepper Jack in the Academy show. He was also Fist Bump in that show, too. Fisticuffs. Heard of Voltron, Legendary Defender. I have heard of Voltron, but Okay, fellas, I think that's about it. Thank you all for joining me on this lovely Christmas live stream, counting down 12 days till we reach Christmas. So for the next live stream, it'll be just one day before Christmas. And hey, wait, what are you doing? Hey, stop taking a peek at the Christmas tree. Heck, stop unwrapping those gifts. They're not until next year. I mean, they're not until the next day. Yeah, they're supposed. Man, these people are impatient. These people are so impatient, especially when they want to get some. They want to get those gifts unwrapped and so they can see what's inside them. I mean, how many of you actually wanted to open those gifts, even by just before the day actually happens? Yep, it's happening on that day. It's happening on Christmas Eve. But what's that theme about? I feel a little wrapped up. I feel it's your final live stream of 2020. Maybe not. Maybe I might have one more after the next one, and I might have two more this year. I'm thinking of course for the 24th, and another I'm thinking for New Year's Eve. How does that? I once unraveled a bit. Okay, I think. Do you like Hello Kitty? I used to. It's cute. I want to see more Christmas streams and make Christmas requests to come true. Okay, fellas. I think. Wait. Thoughts on Bendy and the ink machine? It exists. Thank you all for joining me. I'll see you all next. I thought you would do 3 a month. Since it's December, I'll perhaps 4 this month. Since it is Christmas, I thought maybe What's your favorite indie game? I don't know what's. I'll have to look that up. Okay. What was I? All right. Final goodbyes. Thank you all for joining me on this wonderful live stream. I'll see you all in the next live stream. Join with me on the 24th. And maybe on the 31st as well, in case you can't make it to the 24th. See you all next time. I hope you've enjoyed this video.